Hi, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Rusky, and I am one of the partners in TIA International. And today I am sharing this video on community. And community fits inside of the TIA model for true leadership. We have three main dimensions. The first dimension is around awareness, knowing yourself. The second is around accomplishment, producing results. And the third is about influence. And each of those dimensions has two distinctions. The distinctions that for influence are around well-being, taking care of yourself so you can be of influence, and community. Because our definition for influence and power is not just focusing on what you can get accomplished on your own, but how do you leverage results through community? And so community is a very important aspect of what it is that we believe at TIA International. So if you're seeing this video, it's because you are a member of the TIA Resource Circle, most likely, and you are going to be able to access the tool below, which is a PDF, and I'm going to walk you through that tool on how to leverage your communities. So if you haven't downloaded the tool, please hit pause now and go ahead and do that. And we're going to jump right into the tool. So we all live in communities. The simplest definition of a community is it's a group of people that you have something in common with. It doesn't matter what you have in common. It could be values. It could be certain skills. It could be beliefs. It could be actions. There's a lot of different ways that you can be surrounded by people that have something in common. Now, the second definition I want to add here is, what does it mean to live in community? Because a lot of people think, well, I'm surrounded by people, therefore that's my community. It's not actually true. There's a couple components to what community means. One is there has to be some type of common thing you haven't, with these people. And the other is that a community is actually a place where these interactions take place. You could live in a community and not interact with it. And it's hard to say that that's really a supportive community, because you're in it, but you're not engaging with it. So what it means to live in a community is actually to have interactions, and your relationships are formed inside those interactions. The third thing we want to do now is jump right into how do we leverage our community for our own growth and development, right? So on the tool, you'll see that I've listed several different benefits that you can derive from living in community. So there's many things listed there. There's, maybe you want to expand your network. That could be for personal or professional reasons. Maybe it's about your own well-being, being around people that, give you joy or help you, manage your stress. Or maybe it's a health club type community where you're physically working out, right? And you're taking care of yourself. The third benefit is about being able to learn and grow, and your development as a human being, as a professional. That's a reason to be in a community. Maybe there's a learning community that you belong to. Another reason or benefit for being in community is to be able to grow your sense of purpose and the impact that you want to have in the world. So being around people who are up to things is another benefit of being in community. The fifth one listed there is that sometimes being in a community can help you source new inspiration or new creativity. So, surrounding yourself with people that have similar passion is something that can actually spark your own creativity. The sixth benefit listed there is how you can expand your communication and other types of capabilities, because the more you are in community, the more you're in relationships. And so communication can be just, simply listening and, speaking and getting your message across and, feeling connected to others in language. There's a lot of different ways that communication can be defined. But one thing we do know is that it's a benefit of being in a community is that it does expand your communication capabilities, because you have to live in community with others. And the last benefit we've listed there is that it can increase your resilience and your confidence. So being in a community that supports you and helps you take on challenge and helps you go after, things that you're up to, they actually help you grow and, deal with setbacks in a much, easier way. And as you try new things and as you expand your comfort zone and take on more risk, so does your confidence grow. So those are the key benefits that we know exist from being in community. Let's get into leveraging them. So in that list on the worksheet that I've just rattled off all the different benefits, I listed 7. I want you to rank them on a scale from 1 to 7. 1 being the most important to you right now. So each one of these will have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So you're ranking from number 1 to number 7, with 1 being the most important benefit that you feel is important to you right now. So go ahead and hit pause and go ahead and do your own ranking at your own pace. Okay, terrific. Now that you've got your ranking in place, let's go deeper. The one area that you picked as number 1, most important to you right now, I'd like you to go to the second page of the tool and let's go through an inquiry and ask yourself some questions about this. So you can do this for any of the benefits, but for this exercise, we're just going to take your top 1. And there's a series of questions here, and I want you to take them one at a time. Feel free to hit pause here and answer the questions at your own pace. And the questions that we've listed here for the inquiry are, what is it about this benefit that appeals to you? So just think about that for a minute. And why is it important to you today? Because things shift over time, but today, that's the view that we're looking at today. And when you look at all those list of benefits, and there's probably even others, about leveraging communities, who comes to your mind that you think does this really, really well? This one area that you're focused on. So for example, maybe at my number 1 ranking was expanding my network. So I'm going to be thinking about, who do I think expands their network really well? Does it personally, socially, professionally? Who comes to mind? What do I admire about them? So take a few moments and with each of these questions, hit pause and give yourself some time to think about it. The 4th question, I just want you to brainstorm. Just think, you're not committing to anything yet, but I want you to brainstorm some actions and ways that you could actually reach out to friends, family, other type of social connections that could actually generate some ideas, or you could gain more information in this one area or this one benefit that you want to receive more of. So think about it like this one area. Who do I know that really is really good at it? Who could I talk to about it? Who do I admire? It doesn't have to be all the same person. It could be different people. Just brainstorm some actions or ways that you could actually explore more about what's available to you. Okay, and here's the final part of the inquiry. We always want you to apply what you've learned. So we want you to take this and take an action in the next 48 hours. So think about all the things that you could possibly do. And we want you to commit to yourself, what is one thing you will do to leverage your community so that you can have the benefit that you've identified. And you're going to take that action in the next 48 hours. That action could be as simple as, I'm going to think about this a little bit more. Or it could be like, I'm going to reach out to so-and-so and ask them, do they do this intentionally, or is this something just by accident? I'm going to reach out to somebody who I know is an introvert and ask them, how do they do it? Because I'm an introvert. So think about different ways that you can just come up with expanding your, taking action. And then we want you to commit before you end this video. We do want you to commit to taking one action in the next 48 hours. The thing about our communities is that when we engage with our communities, not only do they serve us, but we get to serve them too. So it definitely is a win-win. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for going through the tool. If you'd like a deeper conversation, please make sure you join us on our TR Resource Circle True Leadership series. Thanks and have a great day.